Hey there. Having fun at tonight's party? I don't buy it. I think you're only saying that out of politeness. You can deny it, but it seems pretty obvious to me. You're the only one who's not in the middle of the floor, interacting with everyone. At first, you walked around, making small talk with the people you know. But for the past hour or so, you've been alone in this corner. Yeah, I'll admit that I've been watching you. Come on, don't give me that look. I'm not some creepy stalker. It's just, when you arrived, I couldn't help but notice. You're the most attractive person in this room. Besides me, of course. You're rolling your eyes, but I can see that little corner of your mouth that's curving into a smile. Even though you're resisting it, there's a part of you that finds me charming. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Okay, fine. I'll quit being a tease. I'm 11th Tail, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Am I enjoying the festivities? The constant flow of food and alcohol has been good. But other than that, not really. This whole fancy black tie event isn't my thing. Just look at this glass of champagne I'm holding. Sure, the drink is tasty, but I don't think it's worth the hype. It probably costs more than a semester's worth of tuition, which is just ridiculous to me. What the hell even is this? Are you serious? It's Dom Perignon? Holy shit. I knew Victoria Stevenson was filthy rich, because we're here at her family's manor, but I didn't think she'd serve a bunch of college kids champagne that costs thousands of dollars per bottle. Now I feel kind of special. It's kind of her and all, but it still doesn't make me like these types of events. Oh, I prefer normal college parties. You know, the ones with mountains of junk food, plastic cups filled with cheap, horrible-tasting beer, and rowdy crowds who have to scream over the music because it's too fucking loud. That's my typical Saturday night. Instead of this. I don't look like I belong at one of those parties? Well, I've done a good job at fooling you then. I'm usually never this put together. If you saw me on an average day around campus, you'd definitely change your mind. I haven't seen you around campus, though. It's one of the larger ones, so I guess the chances of us running into each other are pretty slim, especially if we have different majors. Mine is film. Yeah, it's super interesting, and it's been my passion for a long time. I picked up my first camera when I was 6, and haven't been able to put one down since. When I got older, I started making these silly home videos. I'd follow my family members around to capture their most embarrassing moments. They hated it, but I always got a kick out of it. Anyway, while I've been in school, I've explored different areas of filmmaking, like screenwriting, editing, sound and lighting, shooting footage, and, of course, directing. Hands down, directing is my favorite part. Thanks for the well wishes. What are you studying? You're double majoring in biology and chemistry? Damn, that's impressive. No, it is impressive. Each one seems super difficult to study on its own, but put them together? Now that's a lot of work. I honestly don't know how you juggle it all. Whoa. Back it up there. You're also writing an honors thesis, working in a research lab, and you're in the process of applying to a 6-year PhD program? No fucking way. You've got to be joking. You're giving me a death glare, so I'm gonna assume that means you're completely serious. My God. Everything you just mentioned sounds like torture. Why the hell would you put yourself through all of that? You do it because you love what you're studying, and you want to use your knowledge to make an impact on the world someday. I'll admit that your dedication is admirable, but you're also insane. Oh, I have no room to talk. Why's that? Okay, I'll give you that one. Film does mean a lot to me, but I'm not going to spend an eternity in school for it. I just want to finish my degree, then move to New York or LA to start my career. Eventually, I want one of my films to show at one of the major festivals like Sundance or Toronto International. Yeah, I agree, it's a good goal to have. What about you? Do you have any long-term goals besides earning a doctorate? You want to win a Nobel Prize in chemistry? Ooh. Based on what I've learned about you tonight, that's not hard to believe. You're just so ambitious. If I'm being honest, it's kind of intimidating. You want to do meaningful research that will change the world, and all I want to do is make cool films. That's fair, I guess. I never thought about it that way before. I mean, yeah, my dream is to have one of my films premiere at a prestigious film festival. So, if that makes me ambitious, then I'm alright with that. Thanks for the support and encouragement. I've always thought that film could be just as impactful as other disciplines, but it's nice to hear you say it, too. As much fun as I'm having with you, I'm feeling overwhelmed in here. I need to step outside for some fresh air. Do you want to come with me? Maybe we can go on a walk and continue our conversation? Yeah? Great. This place is huge, so there's probably a decent backyard for us to explore. You'll ask Victoria? That works. Before you go, though, I'm gonna finish this glass. I don't want to waste expensive champagne. Why are you telling me to wait? You're wondering why I added strawberries to this particular champagne when it's already sweet? Don't tell me you're one of those wine snobs. Oh God, you are. You're biting your lip and your cheeks are flushing. If that's not a guilty expression, then I don't know what is. You're ridiculous, you know that? Fine, I deserve to be called that. To answer your question, though, there are 2 reasons. 1, I have a sweet tooth, so the added sugar doesn't bother me. And 2, I like horrifying wine snobs with my uncivilized behavior. It's fun watching them shudder in disgust and mutter insults about me. You keep eyeing my champagne like you're interested in it. Do you want to have a taste before I down it? Oh, come on. Haven't you ever wanted to take a risk and see what happens? If you don't think it's a big deal, then prove it. Ah, you like it. You're such a liar. I can see it on your face. You like it. You know, telling me to shut up is not the best comeback. But fine, I won't bug you about it. Give me a second to drink it up. Okay, I'm good to go. Yeah, I can grab your jacket while you go talk to Victoria. Do you have your ticket for the coach check? Perfect. I'll meet you at the entrance to the banquet hall. Here's your jacket. So, where are we going? Victoria has a whole garden in the back that we can stroll through. Are you talking about the kind that a castle would have, with sprawling, winding paths? It's not too shocking that she has one of those, but it's still kind of mind-blowing. Do you know how to get there? Got it. We'll take a left out of here and walk down the corridor until we reach a set of French doors. Then those will lead us to where we want to be. Sounds simple enough. Shall we? Are you cold? It's okay to admit it, you know. It is pretty chilly out here, and the wind isn't helping. Your jacket is super lightweight, too. It won't keep you very warm in this weather. Here. My coat should help. No, I'm fine. I grew up in the snow and ice, so this doesn't really bother me. Of course. Anytime. Since I suggested that we take a walk to continue our conversation, we might as well, right? I'd like to learn more about you, so I'll start with an easy question. Do you have any pets? You have 2 tuxedo cats. Ah, cute. And because you're such a nerd, I bet you named one cat after a biologist and the other after a chemist. I knew it. Which ones did you pick? Darwin and Marie Curie. Very nice. What are they like? They're both clever and mischievous, so they get into all sorts of trouble. That's how I feel about my German Shepherd, Boomer. Great dog, except when he's barking his head off at 6 a.m. because there's a damn squirrel in the yard. And if that wasn't bad enough, he makes me take him on a 3-mile run every day, no matter how good or bad the weather is. Almost slipped and broke my neck when we ran during a hailstorm once. I love him, but he drives me insane sometimes. Oh, I see how it is. You're taking over the questions now. Hit me with your best shot. You want to know about my family? Well, honestly, there's not much to tell. My parents are divorced, and they live on opposite ends of the country. They remarried other people, so I also have step-parents. They're all right, I guess. I have 2 younger siblings. My brother's studying politics at a different university. My sister, on the other hand, wants to become an artist as soon as she's done with high school. The kid loves to paint and draw. And she's crazy talented, too. Every time I visit home, she's working on something new. Yeah, I really do care for her. We've always been close. That's nice that you also have a close relationship with your sister. Is she anything like you? She's a neurosurgeon? Well, yeah, I'm surprised. I thought she might share some of your nerdiness, but I didn't expect that. Fucking hell, your family is full of geniuses. Alright, my turn then. What's your favorite movie? Figures that you'd prefer books over movies. No, there's nothing wrong with that. You just seem like someone who'd love books. Well, which one is it? I'm curious now. Your favorite book is Flowers for Algernon. I haven't heard of it. Is it about either biology or chemistry? There are some scientific parts to it, but that's not what it's mainly about. Alright. So, why that book? What's so special about it? After you finished reading it for the first time, you cried for 2 days. You've reread it 7 times since then, and you still shed tears. What about it affects you so much? The ending broke your heart, but it also taught you that humans shouldn't be measured only by their intelligence. What they should be measured by is their compassion and kindness for themselves and for others. That's really moving, actually. Hey, are you okay? You don't need to apologize. It's understandable that certain things, like books, can make you emotional. If I'm being honest, my favorite movie does that to me too. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I'll never get tired of that movie. Judging by the way you're furrowing your eyebrows, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? I'm guessing you've never seen it? That's a shame. I do think everyone should. At least once in their life. Nice try. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You'll just have to watch it and see what happens. I promise it'll take your breath away. Oh, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? You kind of mumbled it, so I didn't catch what you said. Okay, didn't see that topic change coming, but that's alright. You really want to know what my worst date was? No, I'm totally comfortable talking about it. I mean, I've had my fair share of terrible ones. The most recent date involved a milkshake and kiss cam at a baseball game. You're not going to quit bugging me until I tell you all the details, huh? Fine. My date was drinking a milkshake, and dumped the stupid thing in my lap, when they decided that the guy sitting next to us was more interesting. They started aggressively making out with him during the part when the kiss cam went live, so the whole thing got caught on camera. Stop laughing. For a week after that happened, my friends kept teasing me about it. They showed up at my apartment with milkshakes and made kissy faces at me. It was a literal nightmare. It's fine. Looking back on it, it is kind of funny. What about you, though? I bet you have some bad dating stories, too. We all do. Come on, tell me about them. What do you mean you haven't had that much experience? Are you telling me that someone as gorgeous as you doesn't even get asked out? I said what I said. It's not that you're not experienced. It's just that you tend to date people who are safe and boring. The last one was the worst, so after that you vowed to take a break from dating. I get it. You're a plain oatmeal kind of person. Look, I know it sounds weird, but relationships and breakfast foods have more in common than you'd think. Every time I've compared them, it makes sense. Will you just let me explain? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Now that I have your full, undivided attention, here it goes. Plain oatmeal is the most boring breakfast food. It's mushy, has no flavor, and doesn't make you feel satisfied after eating it. Likewise, you are attracted to basic, bland people who don't really have personalities, interests, or any depth. They're the plain oatmeal of the dating world. What you don't understand is that you have an entire breakfast buffet available. Fried eggs with bacon, pancakes, waffles, French toast, bagels with cream cheese, and omelets, just to name a few. And yet, you pick the plain oatmeal, 'cause it's easy and predictable. I get it. You're afraid to choose the unhealthy options. Here's the thing, though. You shouldn't knock them until you try them. They might not be the best for you, but they're awesome in the moment. You're wondering what you should do after the initial happiness wears off? Well, you feel crappy for a while, but then you move on. You try again and see what the next one has to offer. The point is, you keep going until you find the option that's good for you and makes you happy. It doesn't have to be this complex, difficult thing, you know. People just make it more difficult than it needs to be. I know you love predictability, but you decided to come to this party. I'd say that was a pretty bold move. Plus, you met me. I don't think you could have predicted that, or that we'd be taking this walk together. And despite your reservations about it, you even tried a sip of my champagne, which you even liked. Face it, you're capable of spontaneity. This whole evening proves it. You don't have a comeback, do you? 'Cause deep down, you know I'm right. You say arrogance is not an attractive quality, but I beg to differ. Sure, you can be bitter about it. That doesn't change the fact that I'm still right, though. See? That wasn't so hard to admit, was it? We haven't known each other that long, but I'm honored that you think I'm the worst. Hey, it looks like we've walked the entire length of the garden. Yeah, you're right. We should probably get going, because it's midnight. I can't believe we've been talking for hours. It hardly feels like any time has passed. For what it's worth, I had a lot of fun with you. Good. I'm glad you did too. Maybe I'll see you around then? Yeah? Well, I'm looking forward to it. Nah, you don't have to give my coat back. I don't know where your car's parked, but it might take you a while to get there. You'll freeze if you don't have my coat with you. So just keep it. Yeah, I'm sure. It looks better on you, anyway. Anytime. Take care of yourself, alright? Good night. Hi. Victoria told me you were in here. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I should have known that you'd be hiding away in her personal library. This room is gigantic, and it's filled with your favorite things. Still can't believe that you'd rather read at a party, though. Yeah, you are a nerd. But that's what I like about you. Oh, you're wondering why I'm at another fancy party 2 weeks later, when they're not really my thing. That's a fair question. I mean, I'd be stupid to turn down free drinks and food. Figured I might as well take what I could get, right? No, wait. There's more to it than that. I also wanted to see you again. I'm not sure why you're asking me that. I thought it'd be obvious. You still look confused. You know, as smart as you are, I'm shocked you haven't figured it out yet. Come on, it's not that difficult. Never mind that for now. You were right, by the way. I'm talking about the book in your hands. Flowers for Algernon is a sad story, but it teaches you a lot. I can see why you like it. Yes, I read it. Cover to cover, actually. It's not like I ran out and bought it directly after we talked. I hadn't actually planned on reading it. It just kinda happened. No, it wasn't a random thing. I went looking for it. You can blame my sister for that, though. It was her idea. Well, a few days after we met, I went back home for a visit. My sister wanted to hang out, so we went to our favorite cafe. I was in the middle of digging into a slice of pie when she asked me if I was seeing anyone. She literally has no filter, so she doesn't have any problems asking me personal questions like that. I said that I had met someone, but I wasn't ready to introduce them yet. She asked me about them, and I told her everything I learned the night I met that person. I mentioned where they go to school, and what they're studying, and what their family's like. I even brought up their favorite book, Flowers for Algernon. I know you're dying to say something, but hang on until the end, please. After she and I finished eating, she said she needed new paints and canvases for an important project. An art supply store was the last place I wanted to be, but I knew I couldn't say no to her. Hey, don't judge me. I have a soft spot for her, okay? Exactly. Even if I said no, she would have kept on badgering me until I gave in. I was gonna lose either way, so I figured I'd just take her. On the drive there, I asked her what the hell I was supposed to do while she shopped. I kid you not, she turned to me with the biggest shit-eating grin on her face, and was like, "There's a bookstore right next door. Go in there and look around. You never know what you'll find." Then the brat winked. Her plan was so obvious. But I played along. I'm not much of a reader, so wandering around the bookstore was sort of overwhelming, not gonna lie. But, I tracked down that book and read it, 'cause it's important to you. I guess I just wanted to feel closer to you. Does that even make sense? Okay, good. I'm glad I don't sound like a lunatic. Your sister and mine must think alike. Why's that? When you had your weekly dinner with your sister, she noticed that you were a bit preoccupied. She said that you couldn't stop talking about a certain film student you'd met at a recent event. According to her, you're quite taken with him. Oh, really? Based on what you're telling me, this guy doesn't sound like plain oatmeal. Good to know. Well, what breakfast food would he be then? Interesting. So he's cream cheese stuffed French toast with candied pecans. What's your reasoning for that? You prefer savory options for breakfast, but when you do select something sweet, it's always French toast. It's perfectly balanced between sugar and spices, and something about it is extremely comforting. This guy apparently provides a source of comfort. He's also soft on the inside, even though he has a bold, daring facade, hence the cream cheese. He's somewhat of a nutty person too, so pecans seem fitting. Sounds like you know this guy pretty well. The more I hear about it, the more it seems like he's a real catch. Oh, he already knows. He appreciates the ego boost, though. Way to change the topic on me again. You know, I'm starting to think your mind is just as random as mine sometimes. Honestly, I didn't know whether you were going to be here tonight. I just took a wild guess, and it turns out I was right. I wanted to ask for your number that night, but you looked so hesitant that I thought it would be best if I let it go. Even though I tried to forget about you, I couldn't get you out of my head. So, when I got the invite for this party, I thought I'd see if you'd be around. I've answered your questions. Now you get to answer one of mine. You don't like these parties either, so why did you come? You also really wanted to see me? Look, I'm not the kind of guy who shows his cards, but for once, I'm gonna. I felt something that night, and I still feel it. I think you feel it too. But I'm not going to push you towards anything. It's up to you to decide where we go from here. Whatever you decide, I'll be okay with it. I promise. Yeah, I think I got the clarity that I needed. You taste like strawberries and champagne, which means you mixed those things on your own tonight. Dare I say that my rebellious nature is rubbing off on you? You're very stubborn. Don't worry. One day I'll get you to admit it. So, what now? You did some research and found a small theater near your apartment. There's a showing of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind tomorrow. And you're wondering if I'd like to join you? Are you asking me out on a date? I'll accept on one condition. I'll be happy to see the movie with you, if we can leave right now to grab some real food. Don't get me wrong, the stuff that Victoria has out there is fancy and it tastes good, but it's not exactly filling. I'm starving. Yeah, I could eat now. I can pretty much eat around the clock. You'll figure that out soon enough. There's a 24-hour diner that's not too far from here. I go there often, and I know for a fact that it's got great French toast. Plus, I want to hear what you've been up to since we last spoke. What do you say? Yeah? That's perfect. Well, then, let's get out of here. Oh, wait, one more thing. Alright, now I'm ready to go.